Today we're testing 3 keto-friendly chip recipes. Sarah and I have been on a quest to find a really great keto chip replacement. We've come across some interesting ones so far that we tried in the last video, but we found 3 potentially exciting recipes to try today. So the first keto chip that we're gonna try, it's by a creator at I'm Kim Marie, and it looks kind of like a play on fathead dough, although there's no egg in it or anything. We actually really like fathead dough. We used it to make corn dogs, apple pie, pizza, and a variety of different applications. This looks a little different, but it's pretty much mozzarella cheese mixed with your flour. What you're gonna need for this recipe is almond flour, psyllium husk, and mozzarella cheese. The creator of this recipe made a pretty big batch, and since we're just testing this recipe, we don't really want to make a huge batch like this, so we're going to try to have the recipe, which involves math. You will need, for having this recipe, 1 cup of shredded mozzarella, 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk, and it says 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, and I had to Google it because I don't know, but 3/4 of a cup divided by 2 is actually 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons. So we will be needing 1/4 cup of almond flour plus 2 tablespoons. So the first step is going to be taking your mozzarella and putting it into a microwave safe bowl, and then melting your mozzarella in the microwave at 60-second intervals. But you want to be careful not to burn it, because with all fathead dough recipes, if you burn it, it is all lost and you have to start over. So just keep an eye on it. It should be melted but not burnt. So our cheese is melted. We're going to start to add in our other ingredients. I'm going to mix together the almond flour with the psyllium husk, and then I'm going to dump that into our bowl with the melted mozzarella cheese. And then she says that she uses a fork in the beginning to kind of stir it all together. And then you're going to be putting it on a board and kneading it by hand until it's fully combined. It's seeming like it's a little bit cold, and I haven't incorporated all the ingredients fully, so I think I'm gonna stick it back into the microwave for about 10 seconds, just so it gets nice and warm and pliable again. We typically take our time kneading the fathead dough, and so sometimes it can get a little hard, but as long as you don't like cook it in the microwave, you're only warming it back up, it should be fine. It's definitely hot. Should be able to get it to be nice and combined. What I like to do is, I'm gonna press it down, fold it, press it down until it looks uniform. So we make these cheese doughs. We typically try to roll them out to be about 1/4 of an inch thick, and a lot of the time we feel like it's still too thick. We should always have rolled it out thinner. I guess roll this out as thin as you possibly can while maintaining the integrity of you being able to handle it once it's cut. We're gonna try to roll these out pretty thin. So after we've rolled them out very carefully, as thin as we can possibly get them, I started to cut out our shapes. The creator was pretty organic in her process, and we decided to go with that. I just kind of cut out triangles where I saw them appearing, and then we placed them on a sill mat on our baking sheet. So then we topped it with a little bit of everything bagel seasoning that I kind of just pressed into the top. And while those are in the oven, we're gonna talk about the sponsor of this video, Element. Element's a delicious electrolyte drink mix with everything that you need and nothing that you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Sarah and I drink Element every single day on our keto lifestyle. That's because when you go into ketosis for the first time, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can make you feel tired, have headaches, fatigue, and muscle cramps, also known as the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Sarah and I love all the flavors of Element, but our absolute favorites are citrus salt, raspberry salt, and orange salt. Right now, Element is offering our community a free sample pack. It looks like this so that you can try all the flavors. That's 8 single serving packets free from Element with any order. This way you can try all the flavors or share some with a salty friend. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. Thanks so much to Element for sponsoring another video on our channel. Sponsors really do help keep our channel going, and thanks to you guys for supporting our sponsors. They look like pita chips.
Wow.
I love pita chips. I used to eat a whole bag that was meant for like a family in one sitting. Little dip? Yes, please. Lots of effort put into that dip, opening the package.
No, it's definitely homemade.
We definitely did not. This is just your standard French onion dip that you could get at a gas station or a grocery store. Anyway, the texture on the back. I'm gonna sneeze.
Don't sneeze. Put your finger on your nose and it'll go away. Bye. See, it works.
I don't want that.
Sneeze later. Sneeze on your own time. The texture looks really crunchy on the backside, golden brown, and it very much reminds me of a pita chip, which I'm super excited about.
It's not as crunchy as I thought it would be.
More doughy, but not in a bad way.
It kind of reminds me of like focaccia.
I see it.
Like if you were to make this into like a sheet and put a sandwich in it, I think that would be really good. Chips though, I don't know.
Put some rosemary on it. What do you put on focaccia? I have no idea.
Because it's got like a doughy pocket in the center.
Spanakopita? Could that work in this type of application?
Spanakopita?
Just like, you know, the phyllo dough.
How would you get it in there?
I don't know.
You have an eyelash. Make a wish.
Ow! I wish you would not poke my eye out.
You didn't get it.
Be gentle. She's not gentle.
Get it. I like it. I don't necessarily think it's crunchy like a chip. I think it's pretty good. It would work well with like a cheesy dip too. It would hold up for that.
Next up, we have another really interesting looking recipe involving avocados. It's by Keto Country and it's for avocado chips. So what I'm going to do is take my avocado, I'm gonna mash it down in my bowl, I'm gonna add in my Parmesan cheese, the lemon juice, and the egg, and we're gonna mix to combine it thoroughly. So we're gonna put our chips on our baking sheet using 2 spoons. I don't have a little mini scoop, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. So here are my avocado chips. They look kind of cool, I will admit. We're gonna put these in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna let them cool down, and we're gonna go downstairs and try them.
We have our Oscar the Grouch chips.
I think it's cute for Halloween. Actually.
2 tablespoons of this dip is 2 carbs.
So my first thought is that they're a little moist, wet, damp, whatever you want to say. Did we make them too thick? I don't know. I don't think so. Let's smell it. I don't know what it smells like. Veggies and cheese.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a go.
It's giving cauliflower tot vibes.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of off-putting because it's cold.
I think a chip is defined by the way that it's crispy.
Right. And this is not.
This is not crispy at all. It's kind of mushy. Chips are like something that you crunch on, you snack on. This is good. I like them. And they hold up dip, you know, pretty well, but you're not going to get that same crunch that you would with a normal chip. So just be aware of that.
We have one last one that we have to go upstairs and make. And honestly, it worries me. This last one seems scarily simple and yet very complex at the same time. This recipe gets really good reviews for the people that do it correctly. It's by perspectiveportions.com and they are chips that are made out of cottage cheese. That's right, cottage cheese chips. They look like legit potato chips. So I'm really hoping that this is gonna turn out. You will need 1 cup small curd cottage cheese Trader Joe's. We don't have that. We have Amazon brand cottage cheese. You will need pepper and garlic and onion powder. So you're gonna need about 1 cup of this cottage cheese. You're gonna mix in your spices and then it comes to technique. You need to heat up your pan for 2 minutes on medium heat. You need a very non-stick pan for this recipe. Luckily we have our Caraway pans. So basically you're gonna cook half of a teaspoon of this cottage cheese in a pan and then it should turn into a potato chip. At some point you should be able to peel away the sides and flip it and cook it on the other side. Will it work? I don't know. I'm assuming if I do get it right, it's gonna take a couple tries. I'm worried about the technique. The technique is where we usually fall short. So let's just get this on the road. This is why we decided to try this last. If it doesn't work, we're gonna cut it out of the video.
No, we're not.
Yeah, my hairdresser says don't go with the curtain bang. Whatever.
We're doing one at a time, I guess, huh? We might be here for a while.
Cut!
Yeah, I think that's fine. Leave it, leave it.
It's still moving.
It's supposed to move. I think that's part of it. No, is there a video on this or is this just an article? I'm a visual person. We just eat 1 chip. Oh, it looks legit.
It does, but my fingers are burning. Wait, let's just cook it on that side a little bit. Wonder why. Ow. We're gonna cook the rest of these and then we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try it. I'm really happy how it turned out.
Yeah.
So it was touch and go there for a while. I really did not think that we were gonna have anything to try. So I was willing to end the video at that point. But Sarah had the resilience and the foresight to look to see if there was a YouTube video on that website. And guess what? There was. And when she showed how to do it, it gave us more of an idea.
Yeah.
So when I read that you could only use small curd Trader Joe's cottage cheese, I thought that's preposterous. Of course that you can use whatever type of cottage cheese. I don't know. But I do know that we did get something that somewhat resembles a potato chip. So I'm excited to try them. I feel like there's a lot of potential here. I don't know how we're gonna do it in the future. We may tweak it somehow, add something to it because I felt like they were not holding together well.
Try it out.
Okay.
They're a touch fragile, so just be aware of that. We have our dip. It's kind of like paper-like. consistency. It looks like a chip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try it without. Surprising texture. It does kind of resemble like a sour cream and onion kind of taste with the cottage cheese, which is kind of like that sour cream taste. Does it have integrity to hold? There's a little bit of loss there, but
this almost looks like a ruffle.
Maybe we actually need to go seek out that Trader Joe's cottage cheese just to see if it turns out to be a better consistency with the chip making. But overall, I think this might be our winner. What do you think?
Yeah, I had my doubts, but look at it.
Did a lot of work though.
Yeah.
But
maybe if you had 2 pans going.
So overall, I believe that the last one was our winner. The cottage cheese chip was a little difficult to do, but in the future, we're going to try the Trader Joe's cottage cheese to see if it makes a difference. If you like this content, please consider subscribing. And if you guys want to see us make other keto-friendly chip replacements, you can click on the video on the screen and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emily.
And we're the Keto Twins signing out. None left.